The film J. Kelly, directed by Noah Baumbach, is a melancholic and occasionally absurdly funny odyssey about the loneliness of the most famous man in the world. Chapter 1: The Final Slate. The story begins amidst the deafening noise of a film set in London in the summer of 2025. J. Kelly, considered the last great movie star, is filming the final scene of a spy franchise that has occupied the last 10 years of his life. The moment the director shouts cut, the crew bursts into applause, but Jay remains motionless. Baumbach's camera lingers on his face. Beneath the perfect makeup, one can see the exhaustion of a man who has lost himself in his own image. That evening, in his luxury penthouse, Jay watches a social media video of his daughter, Daisy, announcing she is going on a road trip through Europe with friends before starting college. Jay realizes with horror that he doesn't know who her friends are, what music she listens to, or why she didn't call to tell him herself. Chapter 2: The Midnight Mutiny. The next morning, Jay summons his team, Ron, his lifelong manager who knows even his blood type, and Liz, a publicist capable of covering up any scandal. Jay gives them the shocking news: we're not going to the New York premiere. We're going after Daisy. Ron, ever the pragmatist, tries to convince him that such a move will cost the studio tens of millions in lost marketing. But Jay is unyielding. They rent a luxury, yet discreet, motorhome and set off for France. This part of the journey is marked by dry, Baumbach-esque humor, where the superstar J. Kelly tries to learn how to use a GPS or buy a coffee at a gas station without being mobbed by fans. Chapter 3: Mirrors of the Past. The journey through France and toward the Italian Alps becomes a forced introspection. In a small mountain village, the motorhome breaks down, and the three are forced to spend the night at a local inn. There, Jay encounters Tim, a stage actor whom Jay beat out for a major audition 30 years ago, changing the trajectories of their lives forever. The nocturnal conversation, over a bottle of cheap wine, is the philosophical heart of the film. Tim isn't envious, he pities Jay. He tells him, "I played for 50 people every night and felt them breathing. You played for a piece of glass and a bank account." Jay breaks down, realizing his success has been a gilded isolation. Chapter 4: The Tuscan Chase. As they approach Tuscany, where Daisy is attending a jazz festival, Liz discovers that the press has found out about Jay's disappearance. Rumors swirl that the actor has had a nervous breakdown or is in rehab. The media chaos intersects with the serenity of the Italian landscape. Jay manages to find Daisy in a small square in Siena. The scene is devoid of cinematic fireworks. Daisy is not impressed by his grand gesture. She tells him that this chase is still about him and his need to feel like a good father, not about her needs. It is a moment of total humility for Jay, who understands that love cannot be recovered through a public stunt. Chapter 5: The Speech and Liberation. The film culminates at a film festival where Jay is set to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. On the red carpet, he appears to be the star once again, but backstage, he tells Ron he wants to retire. Ron, in a masterful performance by Sandler, has an emotional outburst: "If you stop, who am I? I've been your shadow for so long that I'm afraid of the sun." Chapter 5: The Speech and Liberation. The film culminates at a film festival where Jay is set to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. On the red carpet, he appears to be the star once again, but backstage, he tells Ron he wants to retire. Ron, in a masterful performance by Sandler, has an emotional outburst: "If you stop, who am I? I've been your shadow for so long that I'm afraid of the sun." Jay takes the stage. Instead of reading the speech written by Liz, he speaks freely about the vacuum of celebrity. He sees Daisy in the back row, looking at him with a hint of respect for the first time. He doesn't announce his retirement, but rather a break from being someone else. Epilogue: Simplicity in 2025. The end of the film takes us to December 2025. J. Kelly is no longer in the magazines. We see him in a small kitchen, trying to cook alongside Daisy. Ron is there too, but he's no longer talking on two phones at once, he's reading a book on the terrace.